Good morning, it's 5 a.m. I'm headed 4 hours north to a little junkyard in the middle of California to grab parts for the El Camino. It's called Turner's Auto Wrecking. They've got hundreds and hundreds of classic cars. They've got 4 59 El Caminos, and I'm hoping that one of them has the parts we need, the sheet metal parts. So I'm gonna hop in the Dodge and hit the road.
Coming through the pass here, and there's quite a bit of snow. It's 34 degrees, and we're dropping into Bakersfield right now. Coming down the grade, and a few more hours we'll be in Fresno, California. Check out Turner's Auto Wrecking. Cross our fingers, we've got some good El Caminos that we can salvage parts from.
Well, I found a 59 wagon, but it looks like the rear section that I need is also missing. Bummer. This thing's cool though.
Cutting off this bottom corner so we can get it sandblasted, so we can repair it, because apparently this is a hard to find piece.
The back half of this El Camino was, these corners were wasted. I mean, gone. There was nothing. I was able to find a patch from an original 59 at a junkyard up in Fresno, and we were able to splice in new sheet metal on that existing original corner, but I cannot find this side at all. Junkyards all over the country, can't find it, nobody makes it. So we're building this corner from scratch. Mr. Lee's making all the pieces, and Brandon's modified these little pieces. Luckily, we have the driver's side template to go off of.
Those look great, dude. Looks better than factory.
Not terrible.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Nice and tight.
The old floor pan dipped way down, and the problem is with the new chassis from Roadster Shop is their design chassis comes right along this floorboard, so a lot of guys notch this section, they box it out, but since we have to put floorboards in this anyways, we just raised everything up, and Brandon made a template and fit the panels, and then put some bead rolls in them and ready to weld. Looks killer.
We're modifying the center hump in the El Camino. We're going to do a little bit of a rounded bevel, round out the edges, raise the transmission center, and that way we have enough room for the drive shaft to clear, because the body's going to sit lower on the frame and the new frame we're getting. So we made a template out of cardboard just to make sure that we're not going to be wasting any time or material, and we're going to get after it. Hungry. We doing lunch today, boys?
Where to?
I don't know. What sounds good?
Philly Grill?
I like the way you think.
All right, so we don't have the motor and the chassis and all that in right now, but we do have pictures for reference for an El Camino that was already done before. So we're just going off the photos, doing the tape lines, marking everything, trying to locate our cuts, and then I'll cut it all out, and then this will meet up with Brandon's tunnel that he's making. So he's doing this inner section, and I'm going to do the outer section, firewall section.
Brandon begins cutting out the 16 gauge steel for the drive shaft tunnel. What's really cool at our shop, we have a piece of equipment from Bailey Industrial, and this is a magnetic 4-foot brake. What this piece of equipment allows us to do is take a 3/4 inch steel rod, place it on the edge of the brake, and as we bend the sheet metal over that rod, it gives us a nice 3/4 inch radius on the tunnel. The advantage of having a soft edge on the tunnel is that when we lay the foam and the carpet for the floorboard, it doesn't give us a real sharp edge with the carpet, and it just kind of flows out real nice. Check it out. So the original tunnel looked something like this, and it was way down low, pretty much about that high. Nigel has a cardboard template here mocked up to make a massive tunnel for the transmission, and then we have another massive tunnel for the drive shaft in here. The reason why we're doing all of this and modifying the whole drivetrain tunnel is because this body is going to be mounted to a Roadster shop chassis. The Roadster shop chassis is an original parallel, kind of what I would call like an original style chassis that you would think of as a parallel frame rail. And the chassis on this car is an X-frame, so that comes together and then it splits to the rear. So we're gonna have chassis rails sitting on the exterior of each side of this car by the rockers. Because of that, the body is able to sit lower on the chassis. Since it sits lower on the chassis, it's going to sit lower on the tunnel. So we have to build a tunnel and raise it up so we have clearance between our transmission, our drivetrain, and the body, so we don't have any rubbing. This is a pretty simple way to do the tunnel. It's just a soft edge C-channel, and then Nigel has a little bit more sheet metal fab to make the angles in the transmission tunnel. So he's gonna get that bent up on our brake, get it welded in place, and then we should be pretty darn close to getting this body ready to send out to sandblast, powder coat. They'll come back and we'll do all of the gloss black paint and body.
All right, so I'm getting the tunnel all shaped up right now. We're just doing the final trim on it. So we basically just put all the radius in using the brake and a pipe. It has the same radius as the tunnel that Brandon made. So we're just transferring to this piece so it all has the same flow. And then we're gonna do the trim and weld it in and we'll be good to go.
What's happening, everybody? Brian Mackey, Mackey's Hot Rod Shop, with our new YouTube channel, Mackey and Machine. Hey, we wanted to say thank you guys for all the new subscribers we have on the channel. We've been giving these packs away, shipping them right to the door. Now check it out. What are you gonna win? Well, you're gonna get a sweatshirt, you're gonna get a Mackey shirt, you're gonna get a beanie, a hat, stickers, all of it. But how do you win it? It's super easy. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. We keep track of all of our new subscribers. Every new 1,000 subscribers, we ship a box of merch right to your door. It's that simple. Now, the coolest part, we are giving away a 1940 Ford fenderless chopped and dropped hot rod to one lucky subscriber. 50,000 subscribers, we give one car away. So follow along. We appreciate it. The biggest thing you got to do, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. That is it. Thank you guys for the support. We appreciate you. Stay tuned. We'll see you on the next one.
So we're gonna make a smooth cover for the El Camino bed gas filler neck, so everything just looks good. We're gonna make a template, we're gonna cut it out, shape it, do a couple test fits, make sure everything's good, trim where we need to, and then we're gonna go ahead and tack it in, make sure it's all welded completely. Start trimming.
As Nigel and Brandon finish this little filler neck cover, it really starts to take shape and it gives the whole bed of the El Camino a finished look. We've worked pretty hard to take care of all the rot and the rust on the bed floor, and this is just the final little piece. As Brandon tack welds it in place and checks the fitment, you start to notice how clean and seamless this little blended piece of sheet metal becomes. Once powder coated, painted, and a bed floor truck bed liner is sprayed on, it's just gonna look really, really high end and clean. Check it out.
I want to see it afterwards. So we were thinking about it. What we did is we ended up just oversized drilling a hole, rounding out the bolts, and Nigel jigged it. That way we could take it on, remove it. Thought it would be easier to just tack these on there and just be able to remove this, because we're gonna have to do some touch up right there anyways.
Oh, to weld these on?
Yeah, because this is all hollow in between here, and we were afraid it was gonna buckle, and these bolt holes don't line up, so we're gonna have to drill new holes anyways. Figured it might just be easier and simpler to do some good tacks on this. That way we can take it off and remove it, and it's solid, nice and solid.
This one doesn't actually go.
They don't line up. They're at an angle. And then this is all a pocket in between here.
Yeah.
So we'd have to drill a big hole in here. I think it'd be easier to touch up the bottom than it would be to start from with all this stuff after powder coat.
I thought this one was a body mount.
This substructure on the frame, or the body itself,
Yeah.
just goes to the frame. It sits on there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
there's nothing there.
Welded to that.
Yeah, we just
I see it.
you pull that off, and then it'd be easy to take off too and put back on.
Sweet. Okay.
Figure it'd just be a little safer. Yeah.
Then we can even do our own undercoat right there or something.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah.
A little primer and undercoat.
Yeah.
That works. What do you think on material? You think you got enough?
Oh yeah, I found a bunch of stuff. I got it all tuned in. I did a quick measurement yesterday. It's about 13 feet and 4 inches. So we made sure we have enough to go past that, and everything's cleaned up. So once we get this on, we're gonna get the body lifted up off the front, get this welded on, and then we'll put it on jack stands, get the front welded on, and then do the bars between and be able to drop and move everything out of the way. Hopefully effortlessly.
if you guys feel like there'd be any advantage to put, you know, like
Cross brace?
yeah, just like a flat strap or even a square tube through the bolt here, like the front, just for transport.
Oh yeah,
Removable or something. If we need a support up, you know, up here, up at this level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be safe. Better be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe. And just through to one of those, like how we're gonna do on the front fender, and then we can cut it off when it gets there.
Yeah.
Or unbolt it and then put it back on when we bring it back.
Yeah.
That would make it removable.
Yeah, it's a good idea just to save ourselves any
Yeah.
any
And all that shit.
yeah, any flex. Huh?
Hey, thanks for watching. I don't know if you realize, but we still don't have the Roadster Shop chassis, so all of the sheet metal fabrication is a complete guessing game to see if we have the right measurements and the right clearance. Next week, we work on the underside of the body, get all of the welding completed, and we ship this thing out to powder coat. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll see you next Friday.